Your shoulders feel tight, your stomach feels knotted, and your mind just won't stop racing no matter how hard you try to calm down. That's because trauma and anxiety live in your body and not just in your head. And thinking your way out of it won't work, but you can reset your body. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how trauma impacts your nervous system, how to notice when your body is stressed, and I'm also going to teach you a short, cozy grounding practice that you can use anywhere to help your nervous system settle, feel calm and grounded, and to re-regulate and reset. Hey loves, I'm Amber. I'm a somatic and embodiment practitioner, helping people to heal anxiety, trauma, and burnout through simple, accessible, cozy-based rituals and practices. And I'm so glad you're here. So grab a blanket, grab some tea, whatever helps you to feel safe and nourished, and let's explore how to come back to our bodies together. So first, let's talk a little bit about how trauma impacts your nervous system. The way that we're going to define trauma is any event or experience that happens to you that is too much, too fast, or too soon for your nervous system and your body to process and to move through successfully without getting overwhelmed. Trauma and chronic stress don't just live in your mind, they're actually stored inside of your body. When your nervous system experiences something that's overwhelming or unsafe, it can get stuck in patterns called fight, flight, and freeze. Now, these patterns are actually really important patterns for our bodies to be able to have access to, but the issue that happens with trauma or chronic stress is that these patterns and ways of operating get turned on for prolonged periods of time in our bodies, which can cause a lot of different things to happen. So with the first pattern of fight, your body may feel really tense and ready to act. This is where you might feel tight shoulders or racing heartbeat, tight jaw, and that really restless energy. And then when we're in a state of flight, you might also experience that sense of restless, jittery energy. You may feel anxious, like you can't sit still, and you may even feel like you actually want to run away or need to get away. And lastly, we have freeze. So in a freeze state, your body may feel numb. It may feel like you have trouble accessing your feelings or emotions or sensations in your body. You may feel disconnected, and your body may feel like it's just shutting down, like you're really having a hard time accessing feeling. Even after a traumatic experience or a stressful event happens, these fight, flight, freeze patterns can keep your body on edge. They can make you feel exhausted, and they can also make it feel really hard for you to feel like you can relax. Your body is literally remembering what your mind might be trying to forget or to push away. And this is why when we talk about self-care and meditating and resting and all of these things, until we actually have practice and tools to move through this big energy that's happening in our bodies, it can be really hard for many people to actually access that sense of being able to rest. And so that is really what we are focusing on getting more skill around, is being able to work with this energy and move it through so that you can have more access to reclaiming your body and the ability to do things that actually feel restful without your body feeling so overwhelmed. So some of the ways that you may notice this showing up in your daily life are, you might notice that when you're checking your emails, your jaw feels super tight or clenched. Or you might notice that your chest tightens when your phone buzzes or you hear like a text message coming in or something like that. You might notice that when you're scrolling on Instagram or scrolling on YouTube or on the internet, that your body starts to feel maybe kind of numb and checked out, and you can't really, it's like you're not even really there. Or maybe you have to go to a work meeting or you have to go and do something you don't want to do, and you might notice your stomach starting to tighten. Being able to just notice these moments when they're happening is really the first step to reconnecting to our bodies. It's called awareness. So it can feel really uncomfortable to notice, but it's actually a really good thing for us to be able to start to do, because once we're able to notice these sensations that are happening in our body, then we can start to work with them because we can get a better sense of what's happening in our bodies. So our nervous systems really speak the language of sensation. And so we want to start to learn how to understand what our bodies are trying to tell us so that we can support them. And in order to understand what our bodies are telling them, we have to learn the language of sensation. So now we're going to talk a little bit about how to notice when your body is stressed out. Before we can begin the process of healing, we need to be able to notice and observe your body's signals. And this isn't about fixing anything. It's really just about observing and noticing what's happening. So one of the ways that you can start to begin the practice of observing is ask yourself some of these questions and maybe write them down so that you can remember to come back to them. You can ask yourself, are my shoulders, neck, or jaw tight? Is my belly tense or is my stomach knotted? Is my chest heavy or is my breath shallow? Am I holding tension in my hands, legs, or back without realizing it? Just being able to name this to yourself and ask yourself these questions is really, really powerful. This is the first step to being able to start to cultivate a sense of safety in our bodies. And we need to cultivate a sense of safety in our bodies if we want to heal or move through traumatic experiences that we had. Our body can't actually heal or process or move through these things until it feels that sense of safety that it's seeking. And so that's what we're going to start creating internally by reflecting on some of these questions and starting to observe what's actually happening in our body. Now we're going to do a nervous system reset practice. And this practice is a grounding practice. You can do it wherever and whenever you want. And it's great for helping to reset our nervous systems and help our bodies to re-regulate and find that sense of safety that they're looking for when they're going into these different flight, fight, and freeze states. So first, let's just bring a little bit of gentle awareness into our bodies. Just start to notice if there's any tightness in your body. Maybe you notice some tightness in your jaw, or tightness in your shoulders, or tightness in your stomach. Just notice, no need to fix anything. Now you can take one of your hands and place it on your forehead and the other at the base of your skull on the back of your head. And just take a moment to breathe into this place with a little bit of pressure, not too much, with both of your hands holding and cradling your head. So just taking a deep breath in here and allowing your nervous system to settle just a tiny bit. And now you can bring your hands down, one to your belly and one to your chest or to your heart. And we're going to breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 1 count. And then exhale for 6 counts. And we're just going to repeat that 2 more times. So breathing in slowly for 4 counts. Pausing for 1 count. And exhaling for 6 counts. Noticing your shoulders settling a little tiny bit, noticing your jaw softening a little bit, noticing your eyes soften a little bit. And now we're just going to breathe in 1 more time for 4 counts. Pause for 1. And then slowly exhale for 6 counts. And just noticing even a little bit more ease in your body after your breath. And now we're just going to bring some micro movements into our bodies. And micro movements, really tiny movements, are really helpful for resetting our nervous system. So we're going to bring our shoulders up really slowly and then release. And bring your shoulders up slowly and then drop them down. And then bring your shoulders up again slowly and drop them down. And one last time, bring your shoulders up slowly and drop them down. And then we're going to just shake our hands a little bit, just leaving your hands floppy and letting them shake a little bit. Little shakes. And now we're just going to move our spine a little bit. And this is really good to bring movement in, especially when we experience freeze states. If you're someone who freezes, it's really great to bring in movement into our bodies, little tiny movement into our spine. Just allowing your body to just slowly start to release and soften, even just a teeny tiny bit. Good job. These tiny movements are so great for helping your body slowly release tension and your nervous system to reset. And now we're just going to bring in a little bit of affirmation. So you can bring your hands wherever feels good to you. You might want one on your forehead and one on your heart or on your belly, or you might want your hand on your belly and on your heart or your chest. Wherever feels good for you. I like to put one on my forehead and one on my belly to bring all of that heady energy down into my gut for a really nice grounding feeling. And from here, we're just going to take a breath. And after our breath, we're going to say the affirmation, I am safe in my body. So bring your hand to wherever you want them to be. And we're going to take a deep, slow breath in. Pausing at the top and then breathing out. I am safe in my body. I am safe in my body. I am safe in my body. And now just taking a moment to feel your breath settle in your body. Feel your shoulders start to soften a little bit and just feeling your nervous system starting to settle into your body a little bit, creating a little more space for you to access ease. So this is a practice that you can and should practice every day. And the more and more you practice it, the more your body will start to trust you and will start to trust the practice, and it will start to slowly, over time, more and more settle a little bit more into the safe space that you're creating in your body. If you felt even a little tiny bit more calm or grounded in your body, I would love to hear how that practice felt for you. Feel free to share in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And I post cozy somatic practices and videos every week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and join our cozy healing space. And I'll see you next week. Bye, loves.